a drink for tonight. It's okay. So okay, live. Here we go. Hey, what's up, everyone? Weekly Dama news is starting. 2021 is the year. It is the 5th month. I always forget it because in Japanese they say that each month is just, there's no name for the months in Japan. It's just a number. The first month, the second month, the third month, the fourth month. So being here for a long time, you kind of forget, like in the middle when it's like not your birthday and it's not January or December, I kind of forget what goes where. It's really strange. So it's the 5th month. God, what's up? MJ from KENDERTAINMENT. Hey everyone, how you doing? Just heads up, right now the dude bro, caffeinated Meister himself, Adam is live on IG with Kelvin Wong from Seoul Kendamas. So go check out that one or come back here if you want to. Like, if you got 2 devices, you can double fist it if you want. I don't know. I'm on YouTube and this will be archived on YouTube for everyone on Instagram right now. But any case, there's the first news from this week. Adam, the Brewview, is hosting Kelvin Wong from Seoul Kendamas. Probably going to be a good one. I don't know so much about Kelvin, just that he is got some a fairly interesting bag of tricks. He's thrown down some very, very intricate, different, definitely looking at Kendama and playing from a little bit of a different viewpoint, almost along the lines of Harold in many aspects. So interesting to see, go back to hear the review and learn about Kelvin and how his the whole process of him playing Kendama is. But that's one of the main points or news articles that we're going to be talking about today, because it's just me on this friggin' thing scrolling, and every once in a while I'll be like, okay, there's some news, something I could talk about. But if anyone is watching on, I always look over here because my computer's over here, my camera's over here on YouTube. Thanks so much for hanging out, everyone. We're just going to be going through some of the things that I picked up. Last week there was no weekly roundup of news because if you didn't know yet, of course, we were on the Brewview. The Dama nerds were on the Brewview, as well as a Bevel's advocate, talking about third-party Kendama content creators, what it's like for us, what started it for all of us, how it's going now, how we're able to continue doing this, how people can support us, and what the future can hold for us in this realm of content that we're creating for Kendama, the community that is separate and apart from the big companies that are dominating pretty much. Yeah. Okay, so missed last week, but hey, this week it is Kendama Day. International. It's been turned into an international Kendama Day. The original Nichigetsu Ball, which translates to sun, moon, Nichi, sun, Getsu, moon. But there's no ball. Nichigetsu Boru. Okay, then Boru in Japanese is just ball. Interesting, right? So it is the official time that it has been registered. The day that has been registered from Hiroshima, it was May 14th, actually. So last Friday. Right now it's, I think, Sunday. Just turned Sunday for me over here. But yeah, Gloken, they celebrated the 100th anniversary 2 years ago, and I think that is when they had a big turnout of many people. Of course, within Japan, they had a huge event that they held where they attempted the Guinness Book World Record of however many consecutive big cups in a row that people could get, and there was a massive amount of course, Japanese homies, the community from Japan came out. Gloken was hosting it. Zuma Danke did a show, but also from the international area overseas, we had Tokyo from Krom Kendama, as well as Matthew Jorgensen himself, as well as I forgot his name now. Shane, was it? The other CEO of Sweets Kendamas, as well as Gerald from Kendama USA went and took part in this event. And of course, it was all just based around Kendama, but the biggest thing was the Guinness Book World Records that they were trying to break. Again, consecutive big cups. In the past, I've heard about doing the consecutive big cups. I think we talked about it on the Nerds episodes, and it seems like kind of a bit of a lame kind, it's just a very slow paced kind of event. So I could assume it would be like that. Of course, but the good part is hanging out with everyone. And in Japan, if the event's held there and it's outside because there's so many people, hey, you can just go to there's probably like some food stands around, get a beer or something, hang out, play some Dama. So yeah, that was happening, and it made me just reminisce about the oldest kendama that I have, which is this ridiculously old kendama. I scored, I think, when was this, man? 2.5 years ago. I'm leaning for the camera for Instagram or for YouTube. Yeah, this is not the original Nijigetsu bowl because that would be the Sarado shape is a lot different there. But this is still a super old kendama that I found at a flea market. My parents came to visit me in Japan. I found it at a flea market, and I was just like, "Oh, like that looks super old." And I knew about the Nichigetsu bowl at that time, so I'm like, "Yo, this looks like one of those." It's just like a metal staple that is holding the tama. Can you see that? And then the sarado. So there was a string there. There was a really, really whack like neon string that was attached to it, and I took it off right away because it was almost coming out. But the tama is pretty cracked on top. Look at that bev, like no bev, zero, straight to hole. But I saw this thing and I was like, oh, I'm going to grab that. Looked at the price tag and it was like 500 yen. I'm like, 500? I'm like, okay, not going to say anything like I play Kendama or I'm like, it's a big surprise. Like, oh my gosh, this is one of the old. No, I was just like, oh, cool, Kendama. Oh, 500 yen, please. And then, inside my heart was just like, oh my God, I think this is like a historic piece. Got it. And then waited for a while. And I went over to Matsumoto to visit Rod when he came to Japan for a short stint, and one of his long short stints before he moved here completely, though. Hung out with Tamotsu, Kota, and Rod, and I brought this thing, and I was like, yo, Tamotsu, what do you think about this? And he saw it, and his eyes just glue up. He's like, where did you get that? And I'm like, I just found it at a flea market in my town. He's like, this is like really old. And I'm like, well, how old? And he's guessing like 1940s. So I'm not sure exactly, but 1940s is what Tamotsu's guess is. And Tamotsu has a large collection of rare ass kendamas and old kendamas, just awkward ones. As well as, of course, JKA does as well. But yeah, he saw us. He's like, wow, that's really old. He's like, can I buy it from you? Like right away, I was like, what? I was, no. And he actually offered, he gave me an offer. And I was just like so surprised. And I was like, that just makes me want to keep it more, dude. But yeah, the very interesting thing, and he said as well, is that just the sarado is like keyaki. But the rest of the ken or the sword is not. It's like some sort of, I don't even know what kind of wood it is. It's all like getting like chipped right here or something. It's like kind of falling apart when it was being made. Not maple, not birch. It's a different kind of wood that I haven't seen before. But the sarado is definitely looks like keyaki. Sorry for YouTube, you can't really see it much. It gets blurry when I go in. But in any case, hey, happy Kendama Day. And I like Christian Fraser. He put up on his story different kendamas that he owns, that he really has as like shelf pieces or for his history, his collection, ones that he thought were really cool, and he posted those as stories. I was like, that was cool. That should be like the thing that everyone does, like some of their favorites in their collection, and then oldest to newest. And so that's what I did with this guy. And will continue to do with this guy. I'm always wanting to sesh this thing, but kind of scared about it because I would be super sad if it did break. Any case, Kendama Day that happened, and to celebrate, Gloken went through. They did last year as well, but they went through the all the tricks of the Kendama World Cup and invited players from around the world to join them live through Zoom. They went live on YouTube and they went through all of the tricks and had a bunch of people come in and slam those tricks so they can just check them off as a little just like a event for it. So that was pretty sweet. Yeah, okay, let's continue on with the news, everyone who is hanging out. What is going on? What's going on? So let's see what we got. What we got? Okay. Sweets Sumos Uptown Joe released it seems like hand painted sumos, cushion cleared, very limited amount. I think they're all sold out already. So hey, if you got one, good on you. But yeah, the sumos, those were a rare kendama back in the day, and then they redid them a little bit, right? And then kind of lost popularity, maybe. They're definitely fun. I think it was the first full, what was it? First barrel roll I really got. I didn't really because it was on a sumo. I got that as well as like a 360 rover. I got with a sumo, so they're definitely fun to mess around with. Excuse me while my cat enjoys my Kendama news. Other things. So there's a Kendama like world breaking Instagram account that I recently found, and there's a lot of different types of people who are just breaking records. There's just random people going up there and just like making these videos, and I'm guessing DMing this account and letting them know that hey, I did this. So I want to like challenge everyone should try to like figure out like I don't know, just do earth turns. Or actually, that might be a tough one because you got probably go in the thousands. You know about Ace, back in the day, FKC. There, I challenge everyone to do. I'm even thinking of entering myself, just doing something like okay, so what? Maybe I could just do a bunch of spacewalks. How many spacewalks can I do? I don't know. How many other types of like I don't know, just throwing tricks or other types of I was thinking like gunslingers. I'm all right, gunslingers, but just consecutively, if that's all it takes, let's see it. So there's a world record broken. Sorry, I'm rambling. Triple flip juggles, 36 juggle with the triple flip Ken involved in there. That's pretty intense because I barely get two with any control. So that's pretty nutty. One piece of news that I thought was pretty interesting was Crom is getting back and it bonds a Tron in Boulder, Colorado. I said that word. Boulder, Colorado had a studio. I remember like a few months ago they were talking about how they're creating a studio over there, and I guess they finally finished it, and they're going to open up a weekly video of how to kendama the series on the Crom site or the Crom YouTube, and I was like, that's pretty sweet. Seeing him get into it, excuse me, and just be, I don't know, more active and showing himself on how he plays or just giving tips on how to do tricks. And the post that I saw on Instagram was just asking that, for the community's help and pretty much what do you want to see? What do you want to learn from Bonds? And I think this is really interesting because Bonds is like super high level, everyone knows, super high level player, multiple, champion winning player out there. So to see his honeness and to be able to learn from him, I think that's some pretty cool stuff. I'm going to be very interested in watching that YouTube channel and see what comes out of it. So if you have any ideas, anything you want to hear from Bonds and explain some of his tricks or just rant other tricks, some about turntables. He doesn't like turntables. But hey, maybe he might have a different take on normal tricks, and that's why he gets them so good. I mean, I don't know. That dude was just born to play kendama. Sweets Kendamas released the Natty, pretty much coming into the summer season here in Japan. There is the rain season that happened to you, and as if you hear a lot of pros who come to Japan, they say that you want to play kendama in the summer in Japan, you get a natty and you're golden. You don't need anything else because you're going to be sweating so much. All that goes right into the Dama, and it's just going to be a honed ass Dama really quickly. So, in any case, Sweets released an unspliced Kendama, full beach natty, very traditional. Something that, as well as that, he mentioned himself on his Twitch when they released it, the cheapest one that you can get, the cheapest offer, which is I think it was like $18 or something. So that is pretty cheap because I think normally you'll probably have to go like 25, 30. I think in Japan it's probably a little cheaper because hey, we're in Japan, so you can get some good ozoras. But still, hey, that's pretty sweet. Everyone should definitely. I advise everyone to go check it out, as well as like it's in the boost shape. So for me, that's very interesting because I know about natties in the OG Ozora shape. And of course, there's different types. Sue back in the day had a lot of the original sinks were all natty. There's GTs, of course. Jack Kendamas has that old school shape, or the smaller shape, I should say, the smaller cups, and is all natty. So to have this in a new gen shape, natty, very interesting. I think it would be a good one. What else? What else? So that happened. Another interesting one is Dama on Forest Fire Kendamas making skateboards. From the promo video on Instagram that I saw, it seemed like these skateboards will be shaped like kendamas. There was an not old. There's this corporation, toy corporation in Japan that sponsored a lot of Kendama USA's players to come here for. Excuse me, should have got some water. My voice is going already. To come to Japan for different events like toy fairs and stuff, and promote kendama, of course, Kendama USA, and they made kendama skateboards. So skateboard, the deck was shaped like a kendama. Seems super sketchy to ride because of the way it's cut out and it's like thin, and of course it said Kendama USA on the bottom. And there's only like a few that were made, and I think I asked Haley, and she says I think Dave got one and someone else got one. I forgot who. But in any case, it seems like Dama and Forest Fire Customs is going to be creating Dama shaped, like cut out skateboard decks for everyone to hurt themselves on. Very interesting. It's cool because they're allowing it for other people to get it, because before it was just like a novelty thing that Kit Corporation made just for Kusa, only 2 boards, and they gifted it to them. So now other people have a chance to get one. Hey, send one to like Braille or something. Definitely got to send one to Braille. Oh, I should hit him up, make sure he does that. Okay, other things that are happening. Sue Labs releasing more Are series friction clear tamas. You might be reading it as Rare, but it's actually written from the Japanese word are, which means like that, or like that one, that are one, that, because they don't want to use the specific names for the pretty much what these kendamas, the colors are based off of, which are all Disney characters. So that's why it's the whole Are series, because you're not going to be able to say, because Disney would just destroy with lawsuits. Buzz Lightyear and a Chip and Dale version is coming out for the friction clears, I think at the end of this month, May 29th. So be quick or be frictionless. Sweets After Hours, they got sponsored for some video game, Raid Shadow Legends. I'm going to shadow that game, make sure I don't go anywhere near it or play it. so off of playing video games for like the longest time. And now, even when I go back to playing video games, I kind of feel like I'm wasting time. Even though I'm pretty much doing that when I play Kendama, I feel like I'm wasting more of my time in my life when I play video games. But oh man, hear that? My voice is going. But in any case, we know that on Twitch, Sweets does a lot of playing video games, his marble gym jams that he does and whatnot. So hey, there you go. Moving up on the in the I guess Twitch realm. Bum bum bum. Interesting to see what's coming out of Chrome. They have 288 kendamas that are coming out, I'm guessing worldwide, and they're all numbered. So I wonder which one you're gonna get, or which one their team already has. Probably a good amount, but I'm guessing it's the oh, what was it called? The Cologne kendama with the pretty much says Chrome, big bold lettering around the Tama, different colorway. Seems pretty cool. I like the colors on it, that like kind of like peach, coral pink, and like a blue, baby blue, sky blue on it. Yeah. And then lastly, the last one I have on my list, of course, there's other things, but last thing that I have listed was the, what was it called again? The Revive the Vibe Summer Tour is starting this month, the 22nd. That's not too far away. That is going to be a tour, a kendama tour that is traveling around. All right, which is very surprising to me, because from what I hear in the US news, I guess everyone's getting vaccinated, right? I know plenty of friends and family have gotten second dose vaccinations. So people are able to now gather a little easier if people have have been vaccinated. And so yeah, Josh Kim is getting the gang together and going out, bold moves being made. I think it's pretty sweet. I think the people who are going to be attending these Dama jams, this vibe, reviving of the vibe, people are going to be pretty stoked and excited to be a part of it, because who wouldn't be? Everyone's been waiting. Or have they? I've seen a lot of people on Instagram just like doing meetups, maybe like smaller meetups. So I guess people are still doing meetups, right? Let me know. Are you guys meeting up? Okay. I mean, looking at Japan, like vaccines are rolling out super late, as well as they have no official lockdown that they can do. The government can't officially say Japan has to lock down. They can only ask and tell companies to, not have their workers come in all the time and try to do working from home, or don't go when it's rush hour. So there's no official like lockdown. So it doesn't seem as strict as other countries here in Japan. But still, everyone's still playing it very safe, and there's been no real like meetups and stuff. But I see other people doing it. So yeah, man. So I guess people are going, but in any case, dude, yeah, Josh Kim, do it up. It seems like it's gonna be a cool ass get together. I would definitely be there if I was still living in the States, hitting up the East Coast one, and hopefully everyone stays safe and well during those events. Hopefully they vlog about it. That's going to be the main thing. We want to see what this new tour, because one, tours in kendama are very rare, and some of them have been documented. Those ones that have been, you should definitely go check out, like the Roots tour and whatnot. But hopefully this one's going to be documented too, like vlog style, so we can see what is up. Maybe they should like hire Kendama Goat to like follow them and film the whole thing. That would kind of be funny. Actually, now that I think about it, like kind of seriously, that'd be good. Any case, that's it for this weekly roundup of Dama news. Should have been actually 2 weeks because I missed last week. But hey, what you gonna do? For everyone watching on Instagram, thank you so much for hanging out. This is going to be archived over on YouTube. So if you want to watch it again, hey, you can go there and catch the beginning or whatever part of this. And everyone, thanks you for hanging out on YouTube, for joining me today, tonight for me and my cat in this night session. That's it. Kendertainment. Like, comment, subscribe, support the channel. I have a Patreon where you can support me and what I'm doing here. Still got to get out a lot of stuff. Oh, last part of the news. Dama Nerds episode 47 is finally out. We invite third nerd Haley Bischoff to join as guest MC, because for the next 3 to 4 episodes, we will be having full women. That sounded weird. We're going to have a bunch of guests that are women in the community who from different parts, different countries, different aspects of the Kendama world joining us. So that whole time, Haley is going to be hanging out with us as third nerd, third MC, pretty much to help us talk about some maybe difficult conversations, or to help, just overall have a better time, because why not? The more nerds the merrier. So that's happening. That one's out. 47 is out. Go check it out. Be rolling out the next ones in just a little bit. Hopefully just gonna crank those out. So thank you all so much, and that's it. All right, gonna end the stream here. Peace out. Happy Kendama Day, or it's almost over anyways. Yeah.